eThekwini Municipality are giving an update on the death toll as well as relief efforts after the floods in KZN this week. So let's go now live to the media briefing in the Durban city centre.
Property as well as the infrastructure in the province. As government, we would like to convey our heartfelt condolences to all the families who have lost their loved ones through this unfortunate incident. We also want to sympathize with those who have been injured and hospitalized, and those that whose family members are still in hospital, and those that are still missing. We know the trauma that you are going through, but we are also giving our best to respond to all the situations. eThekwini Municipality, as well as the rest of the province, has been an eye of the recent storms, recording the highest death toll. The combined death toll now, which includes Ugu, eThekwini Municipality in particular, stands at 67. These are all that have been verified with the SAPS as well as the health department, which will be added, which will have one addition once the last recovery has been done, which has just been done during the day. It has indeed been a very sad week for our province, because if you combine the death numbers, which is very unfortunate incidents that happened during the Easter weekend, the church tragedy, the recent storms, it gives you a total number of 85 deaths in the province. If you start in the weekend with the church, including what we have recorded so far. We deeply mourn the loss of our fellow citizens, and we are saying may their souls rest in peace. The President, as well as the Premier, have indicated that we are in the time of mourning, and we can confirm that there are still sites that are active where the rescue services are still working in those sites. One in Chalimnyama, where that vehicle was washed up, as well as one in Mega Village, which is the one in Amlazi, where a person was washed away as well. We also are looking at the reports about the missing person in Silver Glen. It is believed that the person may have drowned from Inanda Dam. These floods have inflicted untold damage on the public and the private infrastructure. And we have sent out the teams to commence with the quantification of the damage. This also includes the visit to the households and all the sites that have been affected. We will further communicate on this once the quantification process has been concluded. We have given the teams a very short turnaround time, because we would like to provide this information to the executive. We have also commenced through the Minister of Social Development and the MEC of Social Development. We have commenced with the social relief interventions, such as the food packages, feeding schemes, school uniforms, that will allow the children that have been affected to go to school, together with the learner support material. We will also continue to offer counseling to the bereaved families. We are finalizing the funeral arrangement support to ensure that decent burials of the departed. The eThekwini Metro has also set up a dedicated support desk in eThekwini Disaster Management Center for all the bereaved families. The desk will also include the hotline which the details will be provided at the later on. 3 mortuaries, as you would have seen from the notice from the Department of Health. There are 3 dedicated mortuaries so far, which is the Gale Street Mortuary, the Pound Town, as well as the Phoenix mortuaries that have been dedicated for the disaster victims. We have also stationed the staff in the stations for the bereaved families. A task team has also been set up to coordinate all the support, including the burials. The Department of Home Affairs has been activated by the National Minister for issuing of the temporary IDs and the relevant document to all the affected family members. We have also provided temporary shelter to all the other areas. An unprecedented ferocity of the storm has interrupted many lives. However, we have risen to the occasion as part of the efforts to alleviate the impact of these disasters to our communities and to bring the lives of our people back to normality. The Provincial Disaster Management Center officials deployed to conduct physical assessment of the damages and provide relief where required. Other departments, such as the Human Settlement, Department of Transport in the province, Education Department, Health Department, as well as Human Settlement, because other sector departments have also experienced damages to the infrastructure. So this information is being consolidated. The MECs of Education, MEC of Health, we are collating together with the Roads Transport, which is the Department of Transport, MEC Kaunda. We will be presenting the report before the Provincial Executive Committee tomorrow. We have requested for the Premier to convene the Cabinet with a view for us to present the report so that we can be able to process and declarations that needs to happen in line with the Act. Yesterday, the worst affected areas were visited by the President of the country, and the President also ensured that the necessary support is given to all the persons, but we also want to assure the communities and the public that we are doing everything possible to reach those people who might not have been reached. Today, as we talk, MECs, Zigalala and MEC Tusi, are also part of visiting Ugu Municipality, continuing with the interventions and the support. Ourselves, we are coming from King Cetshwayo district, where we've just had the mass memorial service for the church victims as well as the road accident victims that happened over the Easter weekend. We do wish, as the provincial government, together with our municipalities, we wish to thank the disaster management teams, which include the South African Police Services, the search and rescue teams, the fire departments, the health department, the EMS, the DSD, SASA, and all other sector departments that have been part of the work. SNDF, as well as other law enforcement agencies, have also joined the Joint Operations Center. The national government has also set up the National Joint Operations Center. So we are liaising with the National Joint Operations Center. As you know, that the disasters have been countrywide, which include the Eastern Cape and the Free State, as well as KZN. We have also want to send our gratitude to the NGOs and the individuals for their efforts in extending the emergency assistance, as well as providing support to the distressed. We also want to convey our gratitude to community members, many of them who put their lives at risk to try and rescue those that today we are even talking about, people that are in hospital. It is because of those heroic community members who jumped immediately and ensured that people are brought to safety. And we wish to send our appreciation, including to the members of the community that provided food and support to the rescue teams when they were working with the rescue throughout the past 3 days. The members of the public who wish to lend hand for the KZN flood victims can send the donations through the Provincial Disaster Management Center offices, which is at Mkondeni, as well as in Mayville, as well as through the Premier's office, where as well they have sent the information through that Premier's office. We have also set up a special bank account through the Provincial Treasury as well as the National Treasury, which is an ABSA KZN Disaster Fund account 2019, and with the number of 409-633-4685. We would like to thank the members of the media for all the support that have been given in publicizing the plight of the people, the scale of the disasters, but also for inspiring hope to those people that were affected. We also want to appeal that you continue to work with the communities in terms of conveying the alerts that are going to be sent through the South African Weather Services. As you would know that another storm is going to be hitting Mozambique. I think it has already started, and that again means another ripple effect to the disasters as a result of this climate change. As you would know that as a country and the province, we are prone to disasters. So we wish that the partnership that we have with all the NGOs, with all the institutions, we all work together to ensure that we minimize the destruction to infrastructure, we minimize the loss of lives, and we do everything possible to be of service to our communities. We are indebted to all the ambulance services and the first line responders, because they are usually the ones who are there in the front line, ensuring that they rescue those who need to be rescued in whichever condition that they are in, and sometimes under very difficult conditions. And we wish to extend our very thanks to all the members of the rescue and the disaster management teams for all the support. Thank you very much.